The way you would make a mold for this is you create a box covering the whole item and you subtract it out, creating a mold and then slicing it in half. Now I'm going to rotate it to a view that I prefer, which is the design view I used. At this point, I'm going to create a box. You can either use the box command right off, or you can use a rectangle and extrude it out. I'll show you both, that way you guys have a little bit of experience of how to do it. So, box command, I'm drawing a box from the center, actually, it could be a little bit bigger as long as at one side it is touching the edge. That way the mold maker will be able to inject whatever fluid he needs to use for it. And that will make it about twice the size. And if I rotate, I have to make it twice the size of the item. Okay, I have a box like that. I'm going to move it down. There's two ways you can do this. You can use the move command on the origin. You can use the blue line, that's the z-axis, and just move down, and then use the red line, move across. So you hide your item. Your item's in there, about centered. If it's not centered, you can work on that. You can go on the other side where the ledge of the wine glass is shown, and we can move it over somewhat in the middle, like so. That's one way. The other way would be going back to your top view. You would draw a rectangle, so rectangle command from the center or an endpoint, and again you make it bigger than the actual object, at least twice. I don't think this is big enough, so I'm going to stretch it out. Then move it over, rotate, I'm going to extrude it out. I mean, either use the extrude here, or I can type in EXT for short. Select the box, a rectangle, and extrude it out. Then I move it down using the same z-axis, so it's at about centered. You can rotate it around again. Uh-oh, I think I lost. Oh no, it's there. So you can see that that's the ledge of the wine glass. Technically, as a mold maker, you would not use the ledge of where you're drinking from. You would be using the ledge from the bottom. Safety concerns. Anyways, once you have something like this, what I always recommend is you keep a copy of it, of your item. So I would just copy it over, keep that, and use another one to do the mold making. Your next step will be to use the subtract command, which is right here. You do subtract, you select the big box, click space or enter, and then you select the item inside, like so. Once we have this, I'll get into slicing in just a minute. So once you have the item subtracted from the box, what you want to do is go to a face where you see it directly towards you. So mine's in back. No, wait, it's not. It is. Oh, geez. Why is it? There we go. So I'm facing it like so. That's what you want to do. And next step would be use the slice command. Now, slice command is right here, or you can type in slice. So it gives you an example of what it does. It just cuts an item. So you take the slice command, you select the object you're going to slice, which is this big box, because there's nothing inside anymore, only that mold shape, and you click enter, and you slice it by selecting not the center of the box. You want to select the center of your item. You'll see a circle center, and just move your mouse directly 90 degrees down, and it's going to ask you if you want to keep both. Yes, just leave it both, which is default. You click enter. You'll see a line being formed, and your item is in two pieces now. It has been sliced. What I like to do is I like to rotate them so you can see them split apart. So I'll select one, I go to my rotate command, and oops, I think I didn't select the edge. Rotate, select that edge, and I'm going to about 30 degrees, or maybe more. Should have done 60. So I'm going to go back to that and do 30 more. Oh, actually, it rotated a different way. That's alright. You can see there actually is a cutout for the mold. So it is a two-piece mold, like so. And if the box that you created was too big, what you can do is practice with your slice and just slice what you don't need. So you select the slicing plane, but you gotta make sure you're in the right face. That's the one key thing about slicing, is you have to be on a flat view of the item. Oh, sorry. Select the item. Slice. Oh, what are we doing here? There we go. I had to select another point and keep both. I can just delete this one. And I have something like this, a smaller box. I will do the same thing on the other side, but I rotated it right now, so it's going to be quite hard to do it, so I'll just skip it right now. But that's how you would like make a mold for an object that's something like this. And if actually had the item been filled with material, you would empty out all this. There is a way to do this. I'll actually show you in another step. So to remove the material, so actually it's hollowed in. If you see this one, it's cut in a way that both the back and the top are clear of things, unlike this one. I don't know why it's this, because I sliced it too much. So once you have something like that, if it's not enough, you just slice it till both ends are visible to the outside of the box. And you can remove the insides by going to separate command, which is right here. You select separate, you select the object, you just click enter, enter again, and those pieces should be separate and you can be removed by using the delete button. And you will have a mold for it. Now I like changing colors for my stuff, so I can actually view it better. I don't have layers set up. Alright, I'll just leave it like that. And then if you like, you can try using render, but we're not going to get too much into that because that is the next course, where it gives you a better visual view of it. That concludes this short project.